Hello, everyone, and welcome to BrickfEED episode 109.
Yeah.
I'm LJ.
I'm Exx Trooper.
That's it. It's just us two.
This is the biggest roster we've ever had so far on the BrickfEED podcast. You know, two giants in the TTV house. You know, it's the double E
There's
of today.
E and E.
Yeah, there you go. It's the EE cast. What up?
That's what the EE in feed stands for. It's LJ and
Yeah,
X.
there you go. It's the feed. Welcome to the feed with your boy the E's.
What up,
How y'all doing? Yeah. It's a show about Lego, you know.
Yeah, that's
Great.
what the L in BrickfEED stands. Wait. No, I take that back. Never mind.
Yeah, we are our own thing. Yeah.
How have you been lately, X?
Pretty busy, but at the same time, that's like a good thing because you get out of the house and you have things you need to do, but you know it's exhausting.
Yeah, no, I can understand that.
But today, I'm really happy that we're just going to talk about Lego for once because I haven't talked about that in a while.
Yeah, I know. Did you ever end up seeing? Did the Lego Movie 2 ever come out in Norway?
It did, right? It came out on like the 15th of February, I think it was, or the 14th. But the thing is that it only was one place in my town, and like once that day, and it was the dubbed version. So everyone will be talking Norwegian, and that's always kind of weird to me because they usually don't dub the songs, so that's still in English. It's just all kind of weird, and I just want to watch it in just English, I guess, because I reckon. But yeah, I haven't seen it because of that, and I have yet to find somewhere where the movie is actually in it. So. No idea what's happening with that. So that's why I haven't seen the Lego Movie 2 yet. So that'll be kind of weird to go through like sets that heavily influence the movie, and I just haven't seen it. But we'll get both perspectives, I guess.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
And that kind of really spoiled what we're talking about today. But yeah, I mean, title, that's what the title is. Yeah, no, never mind.
Yeah, no, you're all good. It was already spoiled.
I think I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah, per the title, we'll be talking about it in order of the title, but first we're going to go through a lot of what LEGO announced at New York Toy Fair this year, and then we're going to wrap it up with LEGO ideas, because there's some exciting things that came out at New York Toy Fair regarding LEGO ideas that was announced around that time, which is like 2 days ago or so at the time of this recording, and then we're going to go over the new announcements that were announced today, February 18th.
Yep, and so unfortunately we're not gonna have like an extra mock and like a set spotlight this time because we just have so many sets to go through.
Yeah, no, there is a
We'll
lot.
double up on that in a different week then. But yeah, lots of stuff.
Yeah, no, and I think we'll actually be able to make it through everything in under 3 hours because it's just us.
Yeah, so it'll be like a kind of lightning round, but we'll probably still go on for quite a while here. So
in that case, for our gracious and kind patrons that are listening in live, we are going to go ahead and give you guys these links. These are going to be articles and or set pages for the sets that we're going to be discussing, courtesy of BrickfEED. We are not sponsored or affiliated with them, although that would be pretty sweet. Okay. Let's go ahead and start things off. We'll start with the Lego Movie 2. First set on the docket... Oh, whoops. No, didn't want to... Okay, there we go. First set on the docket is going to be 70842 Emmett's Triple Decker Couch Mech. And let me get all the set information here, because I think we did get that as well. This was announced shortly before Toy Fair. This set is going to contain approximately 312 pieces and be about $30. What do you think about this, X?
I really like the cat. That's the first thing. Just it's really smart. parts usage there of like the one from like a car wash or
Mm-hmm.
something used as like the tail there to get. I just thought that's like the first thing that caught my eye.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's really cool to just have like a mech. Like there's so many things that really that just become cool if it's just becomes a mech, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a cool concept of just making the double decker couch. Is it a triple deck couch
It's
mech
a
or?
it's a triple decker couch mech. It is from the film,
Oh,
so it does make an appearance, and it's one of the funniest. It's one of the funnier parts of the movie to me because of something that Emmett
it's
says
very
during that.
practical.
I
Very
actually
practical joke.
I really like this one. It's a little pricey for me, but at the same time, it matches up to the commonplace. 100 pieces equals $10.
Yeah, it's
Price
it's
per
good
price.
price per piece ratio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then yeah, like you said, Unikitty is very creative, and you get General Mayhem. So it's cool. I like it.
I like it a lot as well. Yeah, it's just a cool little mech thing,
Wait a second.
you know.
Oh my gosh, X. It
What?
it has knees. They're
Oh, it does. Yeah.
they're backwards, but it technically still has knees.
Yeah, that's knee articulation. It's so small that it's like Mixel sized.
Mm-hmm.
So they can just put it on knees without it like because it's probably not too heavy as well because there's a lot of small parts used.
Mm-hmm. Dang. Okay, I think
That's
I'm gonna
pretty
have
cool.
to get
Yeah,
this.
that happens every now and then. There you go.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Anything
Yeah.
else before we move on?
I like the minifigure, but we've talked about it before, but it's still really cool hairpiece that I really want, but I
Oh,
still have yet to get it.
it's I didn't realize this until maybe a couple of episodes ago, but it's fluorescent. I didn't know that it's not just light blue. It has some sparkly stuff on the top that looks really shiny.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
There's some
yeah,
extra flair to it, you
yeah.
know?
No, it's a really good hairpiece.
Ooh, super sparkly.
All right.
That's
In
cool.
that case,
I
we'll
like
move
it.
on to the next one. There
Yeah.
we go. Next one is set number 70837. A Shimmer and Shine Sparkle Spa. The set contains approximately 691 pieces and is going to retail for roughly $70. This,
I like that they're continuing the trend of wacky brick built characters. I really like
yeah,
the banana guy.
yeah. Although these look to be, I guess they're more animal-ish. Like one of them is an octopus and the other one is a weird bird. Like,
What the yellow one's a bird? I think that's more. Is that more like a? I feel, or is
uh,
it supposed to be
mm, I
like
don't
the
know.
yellow one?
No. The tall pink one off to the left.
Oh yeah, that definitely that one. Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right about the yellow one. I hadn't even seen the yellow one. That looks like some sort of cat to some degree. Hmm. But yeah, no, I think this is an interesting one. We're getting some nice transparent blue. I think those are recolors with the Nexonite shields around the side of the entrance.
Uh, don't know. There might be like an exo power that's done in that color, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But
Mm-hmm.
it looks really cool with the icy texture like effect that they've got going on back there using topping
Mm-hmm.
those up on top of each other. I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like some cool attention to detail.
It's a very crystalline set, and obviously the vampire guy. This is kind of his place. This is also from the movie, but it's on a much smaller scale. But you can kind of tell either he has influenced it or it has influenced him because he also kind of matches the place. It's just a little brighter because it's not dark blue.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it looks cool. This is also a scene from the film, obviously, but it looks good. This isn't something I would get. It's nothing that I would be too interested in purchasing and building and having displayed anywhere, really. It's just too bright and colorful for my taste. But
Yeah, I mean, I can see definitely because you do get like a whole lot of characters. I don't really know the significance of the vampire-looking guy from the movie, but that might be something some people are after.
Yeah.
and they might get the set for it. And I do really like the brick built characters that you get in it. They're
Hmm.
pretty cool.
Yeah, no, they do look good. Um, Interestingly of note, the vampire guy, there are actually two of him in this. One where he's a normal, well, I say normal, but he's a mini doll, and then another where he's just his head on a bat. And I don't know how they pulled that off, but I find that to be a little clever.
Yeah, it looks like just one of those old Lego bats that I think they've like never changed, and that you can just put like a headpiece on it.
Mm. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could put
I think it's
any
just
head
a
on.
brand new piece, but they've been like they've used the base of that part because it must be because no, you can't really. I don't really think that there is like a head there in place on the
Hmm.
normal piece.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
there's also a barnacle piece in this set.
Wait, what? Really? Where?
Yeah, yeah. There's the Bulrock tooth on the right. On like the I don't know if it's like a
Oh,
bubble bath thing.
yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, that is hard to see.
Yeah, it's like a transparent one.
Oh, that is cool. But it doesn't.
Yeah.
How is that connected? It doesn't look like it's connected into a blue pin.
No, it's in a light like it looks like a light gray pin.
Oh, I see. Okay, fair enough.
That
Oh,
blends in really well, yeah.
yeah, no, that's really cool. That's impressive. I mean, stylistically, it's a very consistent set. So I think
Yeah,
it's definitely good.
it fits really well. It just caught my eye.
Yeah. All right. Anything else before the next one?
All right. No, I think it should be good. It's a nice looking set.
Yeah. All right, cool. In that case, the next one and the last of the three that they announced for Lego Movie 2 is set number 70838, Queen Whatevera's Not So Evil Space Palace. The set contains approximately 995 pieces and will retail for roughly $100. It's a
Huh.
big set. It's large. It's
It's a large
interesting.
set. It's and it's also like the kind of shapes and like a kind of castle that we really never get before. So I really like that. I think that's cool that they're just in a like this is obviously made in conjunction with like the movie, but that like we probably wouldn't get something along this lines like sci-fi, elegant, almost like Nimbani from Overwatch type
Mm-hmm.
architecture, which
Yeah.
I think is really cool. That's just something not to like not look past that, I guess. But I think is really cool, and I really like the hairpiece on that vampire doll
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
far right
it's
there.
very crystalline and it looks really neat. It's got a really cool shape to it.
Yeah, it's like it reminds me of like something from like a cyberpunk theme.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's why that caught my eye there. But there's also like some more breakable characters there, which I think is really cool. And that's like is that like canonically in a film like the queen can make herself that small, or is this like a case of like what they did with Metalbeard um
Um.
on the ship, and that they like made like a smaller version of him?
Yeah. No, she can shapeshift fairly dramatically. So
Okay.
that's in line. Yeah, she can make herself very small and then
Okay.
very very large.
Yeah, but
So.
that's a cool way to make like a very unique figure for that set, because that's probably the only place you can get that printed tile with her face on the 2x2 or 1x2.
Possibly. I
Yeah.
haven't I haven't seen the Queen Whatevera's kind of box set where they have all those different forms for her, so it might be lumped in there, but admittedly I don't recall.
There's also a small version of the ice cream guy as well. I noticed that just
Oh yeah, he's there too, and
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
and they printed his arms on. Did they print his arms on in another set, or did he actually have them?
He did have arms. I can't see like does he actually have the printed arms? I
Yeah, yeah,
can't
right
see
on the
this.
front. His arms are kind of printed, and they're like being held in front of him.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
didn't know.
but I could have
Yeah.
sworn that he had them somewhere else. That's weird. Hmm.
Yeah.
That along
Also
with
really
oh, sorry, what was
go
that?
on. No, just go on.
Oh,
Go on.
that combined with Queen Whatevera, them both being small, leads me to believe that they did that intentionally to try and make the set seem bigger. Because again, this is something from the actual set, the film rather. It's just much, 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 much smaller.
Yeah, but you have to make it in the size of like a set at like a reasonable price. So
Mm-hmm.
downscaling is but it's cool that like there is a way to get like a version of that though.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the entire set, and also I have to can't forget like the guard on the far left as well, which looks really cool, like a old Roman soldier with the I don't know what it's called, but like there's like the helmet where they have
Yeah.
like a you know you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah,
like
the
a
fuzzy
Roman.
stuff on the top of the helmet. Yeah,
Yeah. I think that's what
they have
it's
a word
supposed
for
to
it.
be.
I just don't remember what it is.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just not cool enough to know it at the moment.
Neither of us are.
I'm sorry.
And,
This is the yeah.
I mean, X, aren't you excited for the most appealing part of this? Too, I know you and I are probably going to have to get this set just for this part of it. We get a new Batman minifigure.
Oh boy, we love Batman. He's the one. He's the guy.
Yeah, aren't you so excited for
Yeah.
that awesome collectability because our favorite superhero is Batman and we love so many minifigures for him?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, he's the Bat guy. You know, he's the one.
That guy. But yeah.
He does all the things. But yeah, of course, there's another Batman. But I think like the coolest Batman from the entire BrickfEEd thing is probably just the tire one,
Mm-hmm.
like the big show. But there's a lot of Batman to choose from these days.
Yeah,
So
there always seems to be. But
uh,
all right, do you have anything else to comment on?
yeah, there's Batman, but like the rest of the set is also pretty cool. You know, so I'd say it's a really cool set. Like I said, I really appreciate the architecture.
Yeah,
That's like unique.
yeah, architecture looks good. It's not a set I would buy, personally, because it's just not really an aesthetic that I find too engaging for me. But the architecture is really clever. Like that doorway down by the bottom, I like how they kind of convey that's an arched doorway using the tubing, the gold tubing, and then the gold lightsaber blades. I thought that was
Yeah.
really neat. So it looks very stylistically in keeping with everything else, but it also is not something I would drop 100 for.
No, yeah. I mean, but it's cool. It's a cool
Yeah.
set. Yeah.
Heck yeah. All right, X, we're going to move on into something I think you have been partially itching to talk about.
Oh,
So we're going to move into Star
hey.
Wars.
Huh.
The first set that was revealed for this actually was revealed via Amazon. It was not revealed for for Toyfair.
Yeah, they did an oopsie.
I don't know if it was an oopsie necessarily. I think it was just this is an
Oh,
Amazon.
just promotional.
It's like it's an Amazon set that is going to be kind of in the sense of Vader's castle, you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see.
I don't have too much information, but I believe that is accurate. This is set number 75236 Duel on Starkiller base. It's got approximately 191 pieces, going to retail for about $20, and it's got Kylo Ren and Rey from the end of episode The Force Awakens. That episode.
This is a very minimalistic version of an entire planet exploding, basically.
Kind of
Just keep
is.
that in mind. Like, that's what this is.
Yeah.
But I think it's really cool, though, that you can get. I mean, there's probably like I remember the very first Star Wars sets ever, which were like just about the size. So it's like it was in like a 8x8 plate or something.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if I have. I don't know, like the very first Star Wars sets, they were like just one little box, and like this one kind of reminds me of that.
Mm-hmm.
It just in that like they're trying to do everything in like a very small package, but like from the perspective of like if someone's really like never seen Star Wars before and they really liked this Star Wars movie, then it's probably really cool for them to have like such a big moment and like such a miniature package that actually has the function as well. Like like this is obviously a bit comical, just with the context in mind.
Mm-hmm.
But for someone else who bought this set, this might be like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
But it's still funny, but like it's surprisingly neat for what it is. But you know,
Yeah.
it's very I'm very torn on this set. Like I both kind of hate it, but also kind of love it. I don't know. I'm torn.
Yeah, I get you. I don't have too strong an opinion on this. I mean, it's cool. It's quaint. I wouldn't necessarily say it's cheap. It is a little bit of a small set, so you're not getting a lot of spread out land mass necessarily. But it looks like a fun build, and it's something, you know, kind of take the edge off. Maybe you want to give it as a gift to someone. So,
Yeah.
do you think this one is going to be one of those Star Wars sets that they just kind of remake every 5 to 8 years?
You know, that usually is like the reason mostly why they do that is when they do to like kind of landmark vehicles that people always recognize, like they'll always make like a new TIE fighter and like a new Star. No, yeah, of those basically. But um, surprisingly, we get very little when there's like actual like not a vehicle and it's like more of like a scene, you know. So this one I would say is pretty rare. I think this is more made as in like they've released these minifigures over a wide range of like bigger in previous waves, and now people who haven't bought those sets and kind of maybe still want like these minifigures, that they have like a small package to get these minifigures basically. So that's cool as well. But yeah, I don't think this will be another set that that they'll make in a couple years, but you never know.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ready to go to the next?
Yeah, let's get through these Star Wars sets.
All right. Next one is set number 75238, Action Battle Endor Assault. It's going to contain roughly 139 pieces, retail for another roughly $30. Oh boy.
Huh.
So
the price per piece ratio is really it's not that good on this one.
No, it's not. It's also part of this odd series of sets that has these blasters, and it also has like.
Yeah, what is that?
I'm not. I assume what you're supposed to do is it's kind of like it's a two-party play set. It's like a co-op set. So you have.
Yeah, so it's like red versus blue with the colors.
Exactly. So you can kind of share it with someone and play. They be one side, you be the other, and you're trying to use these little blaster floor cannons to hit the other person's mark.
That's at least that's something new though that to do with a Star Wars license, because like that's I don't think they've done this kind of thing before. Like I feel the last time I saw any of this was like the very very old Technic sets that still had like big articulate figures sitting on them. So I'll give them props to that, like that it's not just like this could just be another speeder Ender set, but they actually did some like is there like a game or something attached to it, or do you think like this is just just like an action function with because I don't know for sure. It says like battle all these sets have like action battle in them. So is there been I don't know.
I think it's just a theme. It's kind of just the theme of these sets specifically, where I assume they have a function where you hit the mark and then something happens. It's like something falls down. Like if you hit the red mark, then that speeder is going to topple over. That's what I assume. But outside of that, yeah, Teely Khan in the Patreon chat says, does hitting the targets do anything? It looks like a game sort of like the Clitorian. That's my assumption, because I kind of agree with that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
I think that's just like it is not something that it's not something completely new in Star Wars that they've made, but it's still a unique take on an already used property. So that's cool. And I really like that there's always, of course, a new Scout Trooper. I really like the Scout Troopers in Star Wars, so it's cool to see like a new one. He's gotten even more detailed. They're making new helmets, new molds. That was a surprising one. Like I didn't think that you made like a new mold for Scout Troopers, but now that you mention it, it feels like they're kind of going through the ranks of like a lot of their most used molds and like kind of updating them at this point.
Yeah.
So for collectors, there's a new Scout Trooper in it, so there's that as well. So that's probably a selling point for some.
Fantastic. Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, let's move on to the next one, because they only get more interesting as things go on. Set number 75239, Action Battle. Shield Generator Attack. The set contains approximately 235 pieces. Retails for approximately $30, according to this BrickfEEd article. This one I've kind of seen people riffing on, and it's been really funny, because if you notice, the shield generator with the blue mark, it has 4 of those little like light gray ridges, and apparently that is really accurate. I don't know who I heard this from, but it was someone online or in a YouTube video who were making a joke that this has an accurate amount of those light gray ridges, when the nearly $250 UCS Battle of Hoth set just didn't. It didn't have an accurate number of those gray ridges, and they were kind of making fun of that, which I thought was really funny. Was it Hoth? Hoth is the ice planet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, I find that funny, but that's all I have to say on this. What are your thoughts?
I was just about to mention the generators, just as like that's not something they've done that much before, but apparently they've done it once before and it wasn't accurate.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was basically but I mean, it's cool that they did it now, better late than never. But I was just about to say, like, that's a cool effect that they did there, because that was actually recognizable, and it kind of reminded me of like the old Lego Star Wars games, where you kind of had like a miniature version of everything in those like space levels. So it's like a kind of look neat, just like that kind of thing, but made in like such a small package like that. Like I'm still a bit back and forth about these sets, because I don't really know how well that game is played, or like how good that function is. And I think that's like the big draw of this set, but I don't really know how that functions.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool that they did like they're doing something else with the Star Wars universe, I guess. So that's like my opinion on these sets. I don't really know much more to say about these, to be honest.
That's fair. Okay. In that case, we'll move on to the next one, which is not an action battle set, but there is one more of those left. Let me see. This next one is set number 75240, Major Von Riggs TIE Fighter. Set contains approximately 496 pieces and will retail for roughly $70. I've been hearing a lot of buzz about this. A lot of people are pretty stoked about it. I don't know the source material. I'm not very familiar. I'm assuming this is from the new Star Wars Rebels TV show, the new animated one. But
no, Rebels is done.
Oh. Okay.
This is like the Resistance, which is like a brand new thing for Disney Channel that they're doing.
Oh, that's right. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I didn't even know was a thing until like well after. I don't really even know when. But like I was mostly unaware of this, so I seen much of the series at all. So I don't really have much opinion on the source material at all. But I do think that it's a very recognizable vehicle, and it's like one of the rare TIE fighters, but like just in red, which is cool on its own. Like it's just a very recognizable ship in red, but it's still just like another Star Wars ship for a lot of people. But like I said, I think this hugely relies on the source material here. I don't know how big Major Von Rigg is in this new series,
Hmm.
At least it's not an actual rehash, but it kind of still is because it's the Star Wars set we've seen before, but there's like a new take on it.
Hmm.
So, like I
Yeah.
said, I don't know too much about it, but it looks neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's totally fair. I wouldn't get this personally because I'm not attached to the source material that heavily, but it looks like we're getting a new hairpiece on the guy in the green sweater vest, and that I'm always down for new hairpieces. So
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah,
Does does look a bit underwhelming to me. It looks like something they could have just printed on an already priest, but it might be like super accurate
yeah, I don't
with a
know.
character in the show. That is, yeah. I feel I don't know if like I said I can't really I don't feel like I have too much of a take on this because I just don't know the source material at all. It's so weird to look at a Star Wars set and not know the source material that well. That doesn't happen a lot. It's just like, oh, who is that? You know, that's
I,
crazy.
we need to reach out to M&R Productions. Once he's done harassing Lego and their social media, we need to get him here and get his thoughts because he's very well versed in this subject. Um, One thing I'm not impressed by is the price per part ratio. It's $70 for a little under 500 parts, and to me that's asking too much of me. But I'm also again not too attached to the source material. So,
Well, that's Star Wars for you. That's
isn't it?
there you go. Yep. So was that all from Star Wars that we had?
Not yet. We got two more. The last action battle set, which we'll go ahead and talk about right now. This is set number 75241, Action Battle Echo Base Defense. Has a little over 500
Ooh.
pieces, with 504 pieces roughly, and will retail for approximately $60. I don't know why BrickfEEd
Oh,
flipped the order of these, but that's okay. My feelings aren't
this
good.
is I think this is like this has largely swayed my opinion on these because this is like a way a person can like relive like a huge battle sequence in Star Wars within one set,
Hmm.
which someone which is probably incredibly cool for some. Though I feel like with the whole like action battle theme they got going on here is works cool when it works well with the reference material because like the other ones were kind of just like a just another scene within Star Wars. But now that now this looks just like the action battle shield generator attack just looks like expansion to this sort of like quote unquote board game
Hmm.
like set, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
So if you
yeah.
put all those together, you can have like a huge battle sequence from the episode 5, and I could definitely see like some kids having like a blast with that. So that this like I thought was a cool thing, just because like you like you can get like a set where you get like both a Hoth base as well as like a AT-AT
Hmm.
walker like this, you know. So
Yeah.
I think this is like a neat way of doing. Like I wasn't a big fan of like the smaller packages because they find it they look kind of like gimmicky. But when there's like a huge battle like this, I think that's like the best way to do it, to approach this concept. That is.
Yeah. No, it looks like there is a lot happening here. Like I'm assuming you hit those things, those marks, things fall down. So there's clearly a lot of
There must be, yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of play, and because it's cooperative set, I think that's really it's a good draw. It's a good draw for this. So it's a great concept, and it kind of like Forma. I'd like them to just keep taking it further. Like I I,
Yeah,
I want to
they
see what they do
definitely,
next.
yeah, they're definitely like trying to find new ways to utilize. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, cool, excellent.
Neat. And it's also, I mean, some people just look at this as like a very expensive battle pack, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, no, that's fair. That is
Yeah.
true, but can't please everyone.
So, also something that I noticed right now is that on the they have like a very small change from the stormtroopers last time I saw them in a set, and that they don't have commas anymore. Like a cloth, they have them actually just printed right on their legs. So
Huh.
that's like a curious take to go. You know, like instead of going cloth, they went print.
How do you feel about that?
I don't know. Like that was really just like it's clever, but also like, did I like the cloth more? Like, do I want more detail or do I want more like I can actually touch it? So I'm really torn on that because I didn't really expect that to happen at all. This is such like an obscure, tiny little thing,
Mm-hmm.
but like, it's always curious to see like the things they do with Star Wars. Like I've just given up on uh like collecting a lot of these like troopers anymore because they just there's like an update every time. But it's neat. It's like at this point, it's just neat to see what they do. So I don't really know. Um, Probably it's easier for them to get like the print in rather than a cloth. That might be like a version, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't know. I'm talking a lot about this for not being sure about my opinion on this. So
Yeah, that's fine. It's good to kind of talk your thought process out and see where
yeah,
you
that
land.
was yeah, because it was it's the fresh thoughts that you get right here, right now, only on the double EE special impromptu podcast. At the time, most people are at like school. Yeah,
Yeah, all
that's the
right.
one.
The Brick
Yeah.
Double E podcast. We'll work on that. Um,
Yeah, man, we have to work something out there.
so the last Star Wars set that was revealed here was set number 75242 Black Ace TIE Interceptor. Has approximately 396 pieces and is going to retail for $50. Um,
Huh.
I think
I,
this is another thing that's from that TV show.
yeah, that's definitely from the show because I don't recognize that. But apparently Poe Dameron's in the show, so
Yeah, no, he
huh,
is.
they do have canon characters.
Yeah.
I'm really not sure about like if it's just like do they really have like a stormtrooper that has like bare arm? I don't know if that like is like supposed to like an infiltrator, like if it's working for the Resistance, or
um,
maybe it's just like
apparently
an old.
it's a guy by the name of Griff Halloran.
Is he a good guy or a bad guy, chat?
I
Because I just want to know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Does
he's got a
anybody know?
skull print on his helmet, so
Yeah, so he looks kind of bad guy, but I don't know. But
yeah.
like I said, not familiar with the source material, but at least it's like a new take on the TIE fighter, which looks interesting, and it has like a surprising color scheme. But like I said, I don't know if it's like a actual yeah, like what's the affiliation with the character here?
hmm
If it's like supposed to be like a torn fighter or like I don't know for sure what the source material is here, so I don't know for sure, but it looks different than a lot of ties that we've seen. I'll give it that.
Yeah. Amongst our patron audience, looks like nobody has seen Resistance.
That one has seen resistance here. Okay.
So,
Uh, I
well,
have to update my my lore archives
yeah.
with the Star Wars Resistance to accurately judge these sets because it feels weird judging Star Wars sets not based on the reference or what they're
Yeah,
yeah.
that's fair. So if anyone in the YouTube live chat knows, let us know. That would be greatly appreciated. Yep. That's everything for Star Wars. What do you think about the overall?
Overall, it's not super overwhelming, but it's not super underwhelming either. Like there was something fresh in there for Star Wars at least, or as fresh Star Wars goes.
hmm
But like I said, a lot of resistance, but like not a lot for me personally, in terms of what I'm just interested in.
hmm
But yeah, don't really know too much else to say. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. In that case, we will move on to the next theme. The article that I linked from Brickset to. Well, no, I haven't linked it yet, but I will now. Good job, me. All right. We're gonna move on to Toy Story 4 because those are getting new Lego sets, and we saw four of them. The Brickset article only links three, so I will go ahead and link the fourth. Well, these are the three that were announced at the actual convention, but there's one that was announced very, very, very shortly beforehand. So that explains that. So we'll start off with the smallest. This is set number 10766, Woody and RC. It's going to retail for $10. And Brick set has let me down. Okay, it's gonna have approximately 69 parts. So this is Toy Story
This is
4
like
is a
a
thing.
yeah, it's a incredibly simplified version of the previous because we've had the RC car
Oh, you're right.
before, and like if we put that side by side, you can see just how much of like
Let me see if I can find that real fast.
It's interesting that they're doing Toy Story this time around, but with minifigures that don't have special head molds most of the time. So we have like a Woody figure without the incredibly long legs. We just kind of have like a normal minifigure head with the modified hair and hair pieces
mm-hmm.
instead. So I think that's cool. They're doing like a different take on the minifigures this time around, so there's something there.
Yeah.
Bit underwhelming way to do the army men though, because like
That's what I was
they're
thinking.
just recolored statues.
Yeah, I was really disappointed to see that because the army men are they're one of the funniest to me one of the funniest parts of Toy Story, and now they're just these little micro figures. I think they're called.
Um,
They're tiny.
not sure, yeah, but like they do some special modes for these, like they for Star Wars, and I just feel like yeah, like I feel like the army men as like big like as recognizable they are, or they're just army men, but like it I don't know, like they got a lot of attention last time we saw them, so it feels a bit let down that they don't even get like their own special mold this time around. But
Yeah. I've got
I'm
a
not.
I've got a picture comparison on screen now between this set and the previous car, which is set number 7590, Woody and Buzz to the Rescue, and that was it had 92 pieces approximately, and was also, oh no, not also, it was $20, so $10 more for a few more parts. And it's much larger. It's definitely a much larger set. You get Buzz Lightyear and you get Woody with his freakish specialized face and his tall legs and arms, which is always funny to look at. But
Yeah, so it's like a very miniature version of like two sets put together. I mean, I kind of understand it like at that scale, but
mm-hmm.
like a yeah, but it's just like a one-time thing. But with what they had doing, I guess that was like the best way of doing it without creating a new piece.
Yeah,
I don't know. But it's still cool that, like I said, that they're doing like a different take on like the minifigures because I personally don't like the big doll-like heads like they had last time.
mm-hmm.
So I think it's cool to get minifigures.
Yeah, yeah. I personally lean toward these a smidge more, so I can agree. Real briefly
Yeah.
to address a comment asked in the Patreon chat from Chronix. Wait, was the Slave 1 covered? So the Slave 1 that was shown at Toy Fair is it had already been released, or not released, but revealed prior to this, along with a bunch of other Star Wars sets. These come from the 20th anniversary wave. What we saw at BrickfEEd, or Toy Fair rather, was the packaging. So this is the packaging for anyone watching. This is what it looks like, and it's cool. It's different, but I don't know if we've covered them yet. It's not really something we're going to cover today, but possibly later. So that is that. All right, let's move on to the next one here. Oh goodness, where is it? There we go. All right, so next one is set number 10769, Toy Story 4 RV Vacation. The set contains approximately 170 pieces. Oh gosh, and retails for $35. Holy crud!
Huh.
Yikes! I don't know if this is actually a little under 200 pieces. It might be, but $35 for a little under 200 parts? No. Nuh-uh. Not doing it.
It's cool that they brought back the T-Rex figure though, because that was probably like one of the figures that actually I don't know that if they
If
that
they
they
had
had
that
from last
before.
time that a lot of people liked. Yeah, like that's one of the throwbacks. I guess that like kind of worked out for them. They didn't want to redo him in any sort of way.
Let me see. I'm looking through all the older sets to see if he was even around. I am not seeing. No. This is a new piece entirely. I don't think that they made him. Oh wait. No. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. He was in one set,
Yeah,
and
so that's like a draw for some people. But otherwise, it's a camping place. Don't really. I haven't seen the movie's not yet out yet, is it?
no, it is
I
not.
haven't seen it.
It hasn't come
Yeah, I
out yet.
thought so. At the time of this recording, that is, when you're watching this in the future, it might have been released.
Yeah.
Yeah, props to my future viewers.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you watching in the far distance.
Yeah, apparently the movie is coming out
And-
in June this year, though.
okay. Um, so it isn't super overwhelming. It's a campsite. There's some new minifigure parts I see there. Jesse's hairpiece, like with her hat attached. I like that they haven't really done much of those ever within Lego, and like hair that's attached to the hat itself.
Mhm.
They're starting to do that a lot more now, but it's always great to get more combos of that.
Mhm.
But otherwise, probably biggest draw is just characters, as well as Rex. So
Mhm.
otherwise, it's a campsite. Don't really have too much to say about it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next one then, and this is the one. No, this is not the one that was revealed separately. This is set number 10771, Carnival Thrill Coaster. The set contains approximately 98 pieces and retails for roughly $20. It's fine. It's a very small roller coaster set. I don't really have too much
It's a
to
roller
say.
coaster in the most simple term possible. It's like
It's all roundabout.
the
It's just a
minimal.
loop.
Yeah. If you if you made it any smaller, it'd just be a circle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really not that big.
Yeah. So it's really cool. It's if you want like the coaster pieces, I guess, but I mean, it is the cheapest way to get like the coaster parts if you can't afford like a huge roller coaster. But it's kind of comical that it's just like
It's just
one big
there.
circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah. Those were.
well,
Go on.
there's one more. We'll talk about it very, very, very briefly.
Ah.
So, I'm sorry. Set number 10770, Buzz and Woody's Carnival Mania. There's a picture of that. This set is going to retail for approximately $50 with 230 pieces, roughly. So, ouch, to begin with. But, this is elaborate.
More shooting at bullseyes. It looks like.
Yeah, there's a theme this
It's
year.
like a
it
running
seems.
theme this year. Yeah.
So, it's a carnival. It looks good. You get a lot of things to do, but I mean, I'm not super into it, really.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bit pricey.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah. It's fair. Yeah. It's a bit pricey, but it looks colorful. But it doesn't look like you get that much with the price that you get.
Mm-hmm.
You know. That's like it's like a big for me, but as like a set on its own, it's always cool to have new purple pieces, and you do get like a lot of different bits of the carnival, and it seems like the only way to get the chicken and blue rabbit. Is it a rabbit?
Yeah.
Characters. I don't know if they're very big to the plot, but they might
I
have
don't
like a huge movie appearance, so that like might be a big draw for some.
They were in a teaser trailer. I know the only two things I know about them is that they were in a teaser trailer and they were voiced by Key and Peele. That's it.
Okay.
So
Well,
this
not too impressed, to be honest.
yeah, the whole Toy Story 4 concept just is a little shaky to me to begin with, but these sets seem to be really expensive for not a whole lot of product. So I'm not too thrilled, honestly. I will definitely pass on these.
I wish we had someone within TTV that was really big on Toy Story. This would have
We
contributed a lot to.
we kind of do. She's kind of around. Haley.
Oh,
Haley.
Hey, does Haley like Toy Story?
Potentially. She's listening in. She's talking in the patron chat. I don't know if she's really able to be here right now, so she's kind of sideline commentating, which is fine. Okay, she does like Toy Story, so fair enough.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh.
okay, she's at the train
Glad
store.
to have you here in spirit to get the Toy Story fan appearance kind of. Yeah, there I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, so I know. Not super big on it. But okay, she's excited for this set because it has Bo Peep in it, and apparently Bo Peep is gonna have a reasonably large role to play in the film. So
all right,
fair enough.
Glad we got some inside knowledge then. That's good.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay, next thing we're going to be talking about are the new Jurassic World sets that were revealed, and I'll go ahead and get these pictures up. These are really fascinating to me. So, per the Brick Pal, who is a writer on Brickset, per this Brickset article, LEGO released the following information ahead of New York Toy Fair. Universal Brand Development and the LEGO Group create new Jurassic World adventures with LEGO Jurassic World Legend of Isla Nublar. And this is an expanded partnership that features 4 new construction sets revealed for the first time at New York Toy Fair, based on an original animated miniseries coming later this year. Yeah. Apparently, it will be a 13-episode-long miniseries, and will be set in 2012, 3 years before the events of the Jurassic World movie. So, yeah, and let's just go through these because these are some of the most, to me, they're incredibly polarizing. We'll start off with the smallest one, set number 75934, the Dilophosaurus on the loose. The set is going to retail for roughly $20 with approximately 168 pieces, which isn't brutal. And okay, I'm going to be honest with you, X. I don't know how you feel about Jurassic Park sets and dinosaur sets in general. I am a massive freaking sucker for dinosaurs. Jurassic Park was one of my jams back when I was growing up. I've never really been too enthusiastic about LEGO dinosaur sets. At least in the modern era, the dinosaurs didn't really look all that cool to me. I was a big fan of Dino Attack back when that came out, but Jurassic Park sets never really got me. These get me. These dinosaurs look really cool. This is a really cool looking set. I'm actually not too against this one, at the very least. But what are your thoughts?
A lot of the thoughts about these sets are really polarizing for me as well. Or as I said, like torn. I kind of like saying those two, I guess. But like, because it's Jurassic Park. I'm not really too big on like the new Jurassic World movies.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that there is ways to get the dinosaurs because I do like Lego making dinosaurs from time to time. So there's like a new way to get like new dinosaurs through this way.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really weird because it's like it's a licensed theme, but it's something Lego has made originally with the property. So that's like that doesn't like Lego does that sometimes before. They've done this with Star Wars, but it's really odd to see it with something other than Star Wars. So that's why I'm kind of like torn on some of these sets there because yeah. I mean, but it's like I said, like this set does look cool though. With that, it's like a amusement park stand. Like
yeah,
a
it's
dinosaur.
a gift shop. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the design on it. I think it's kind of clever. And then it has a weird drone. I feel like you could have just taken the drone out and expanded the gift shop, and I feel like you would have had a better set here, personally. But, well.
Yeah. it's kind of wacky, the whole drone, because he kind of like rides it on top of it, and you gotta like, I'm trying to imagine everything within these sets in like the same setting as like the movies, just like how would this look in real life, I guess. And
It's
you
weird.
just picture Chris Pratt riding like a giant drone, you know. But yeah, I mean it's neat that you can get like a dinosaur and other stuff, but it does feel a bit like tacked on
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
with like the drone. It should be either like the drone or the stand,
I
the
agree.
dinosaur, I feel.
I definitely agree. I feel like you would have had more opportunity to do things with the stand personally, but
But it's one of the better parts to piece ratios within a licensed theme, though. I'll give it that. And
yeah.
I like that they made the Dilophosaurus like a bit smaller,
Yeah. No, I
as
like that
opposed to,
too.
because they had like a previous mold, but it was kind of like too big for what the actual dinosaur was. So
Yeah.
it is just one complete mold though, like one complete mold, as well as like the headpiece though.
I think that the jaw moves, but I don't know that for sure.
Yeah, it does look like the same way as like an underjaw that was on the Velociraptor
Hmm.
ones, but I don't know for sure because it looks like it's gonna be like a smaller. But I'd imagine that would be able to. But you know, otherwise, they at least they have the size right.
Yeah. Damn. It's a good set, I think. I don't think I will get it,
Yeah.
but it looks good.
Okay. You said that you like the like. Is there a special reason why you like the dinosaurs in these ones and not the ones in the other Jurassic World sets? Is it like the color schemes of them,
It is
or
exactly the colors. The colors are way better, especially for this dinosaur, than in other ones. And I'll show some examples in a little bit, but I
okay?
don't like the coloration of most of the Jurassic World dinosaurs or the Jurassic Park dinosaurs in Lego sets. They're just really uh, fantastical and bright and weird, and I don't like them whatsoever. But yeah, so let's get into the next one. The next one I feel is, by the way, the price per parts ratio doesn't get better from here. Next one is set number 75935, Baryonyx Face Off the Treasure Hunt. The set contains approximately 434 pieces and will retail for $50. Sorry, correction, $60. 60. Okay, I got a bone to pick with this set.
Is it the neck? It's the
Nope,
neck,
nope,
right?
nope. It's not the neck.
It's not the neck.
It is about the dinosaur. It's not the neck. I know
Okay,
why they
what
did
is
the
it?
neck. The problem I have with this set is that it is very evidently it's a reused mold. The torso is reused. It is brought over from, oh heavens, what was the name of the set? Okay, there we go. It's brought over from set number 75930, Indoraptor Rampage at Lockwood Estate. The entire torso is just the Indoraptor, which is why the freaking Baryonyx has raptor talons on its feet. They're not normal feet. It has the signature raptor claw on the feet, and the Baryonyx doesn't have that, because what they did is they just took the Indoraptor torso, they made a new Baryonyx head mold, and slapped the darn thing on. And that's why the neck looks all goofy. But it would have been fine. It's just you needed a new mold for the feet, and I know they're expensive, but anyway, what do you think?
The neck kind of threw me off. That was it. I didn't pay that much attention to the molds as you did. But otherwise, the like the nature that they have in this set. It just kind of looks
Tacked on.
doesn't look that well to me. It looks kind of like the all of the other stuff looks very realistic in like their color schemes, and then I the nature is a bit super brightful to kind of
Mm-hmm.
blend in with that sort of more realistic stylization that they have on like the Jeep. But with that said, I do really like the look of the Jeep, just because like they got that very like it was very instantly recognizable as like a Jeep type truck for me with the way it's shaped.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that a lot. I like the Jeep a lot, but otherwise not super excited about this set. And I yeah, I'm not too impressed with the dinosaur inaccuracies either,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But there's a
Yeah.
way to save mold cost though. But like I
Yeah.
said, yeah, it's a bit eh. I feel
Yeah.
like they could have made new feet at least.
Ah, yeah. I really feel like they could have. One thing that's nice about the set is you're getting a lot of the crystal pieces. So if you get it, you're going to be rich in Lego terms. um.
Oh,
Yeah.
that probably has some sort of plot significance. I didn't
Probably.
even notice that they had like a bunch of crystals in here. I had no idea.
Yeah. Jeep's cool. Not something I'm too thrilled about, but it is a good build. The little camper thing is kind of funny. It's like something I'd see at a trailer park. It's a dinosaur that really gets to me. But Lego, you can redeem yourself, and I will explain how at the very end. So,
By making them all brick built?
yes, but in the interim, there's another way they'll do it. But we will get to
Okay.
that soon. Next set.
All right.
Set number 75937, Triceratops Rampage. The set contains approximately 447 pieces and retails for roughly $60 as well. Um,
New Triceratops.
yeah, yeah,
We didn't get that in Jurassic World before.
yeah. I don't
Like the new sets that
recall
they.
it. I don't.
Yeah, I think this has only been used like once before. This mold, but I could be wrong, or at least just one theme ever, like the not the Dino Attack, but like the next dinosaur theme they ever did.
Yeah, I'm not sure to be honest. I'm gonna scroll through the dinosaur tag on BrickfEEd briefly. So if you want to go ahead and just and give your thoughts while I look for that, go for it.
I like that it's part of like you actually get like a little amusement park attraction, and I really like the design they did on that fence back there, and the way that you can have it as like a broken fence as well by just having those flexible tubes. I know it's not flex tubes, but it's like a flexible piece, so you can kind of have like the dinosaur bending bending the fence as they're like squashing over it like in the movies. So that's cool as like an effect, which I think is that's like a really huge like part of like the background that sticks out. Um, Otherwise, not really don't recognize most of the characters. I do like that they made another Triceratops though, as like I said earlier, just for the people that really wanted that. Is this also one of like the ones that is it just because they're colored green, LJ? Is that why you like these dinosaurs?
No, no, I swear it's not. I honestly, it's a coincidence. The Triceratops actually is it's kind of weak to me as far as the color is concerned. Like that, Wolk, one of our gracious patrons. I don't know if I'm using the word gracious. Like I like as in they are kind. They are kind for being patrons. It's appreciated
Oh,
sincerely.
I'm not the English expert, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
fair enough. He came through. The one that you're talking about is a theme called a Dino, released in 2012, and this mold was seen in set 5885 Triceratops Trapper. So it came in a predominantly brown color scheme, which I like infinitely more. So there you go. But yeah, no, I kind of agree with you. It's a cool set. It's got some cool themes. It's got some cool items in it, specifically that little egg thing, the incubator. I think that's really neat. The fence is awesome, and you get a Triceratops. so I know it's a popular dinosaur. So
Yeah, they don't really like they like the meat eaters for most of the sets, I feel. Yeah, there's not too many vegan dinosaurs out there, I guess. I don't know.
Vegan dinosaurs.
No, that's wrong.
I'm imagining a bunch of dinosaurs, a bunch of herbivores at a table, like, "Hey, anyone got the tofu chicken?"
Uh, you know what I meant, but it was definitely not that. I can't. I'm terrible.
That was great. Oh, holy crap! But yeah, no, it's a cool set. Not one I'd pick up, but I like it for what it is.
Yeah,
So,
that's
all
good.
right, let's get to the last one of the Jurassic World theme. X, how many of the Jurassic Park films have you seen?
All of them except the last new one, I think.
Okay.
I've only seen one new one
Yeah, same.
past, like,
Okay, so
go on.
you know that there are a lot of iconic moments from the Jurassic Park theme in general, like the T-Rex,
Yeah.
like the glass of water, boom,
Yeah,
the T-Rex
that's
coming
definitely
in.
one.
Iconic. At the very
Right.
end of Jurassic Park 1, spoilers if you haven't seen this over 20-year-old film, the T-Rex coming in and just chomping down on some raptors, or heck, even in Jurassic Park 3, iconic moment, the Spinosaurus just snapping the T-Rex's neck. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Iconic moment. Lego
Yeah,
has finally...
I would say those were some pretty iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
have finally graced us with the most iconic moment from the entire Jurassic Park brand. Behold, everyone, set number 75938. T-Rex versus Dino Mech Battle. The set contains 716 parts and will retail for roughly $90.
Man, they are just destroying Jurassic Park lore with man.
What is
Like if just imagine going back in time, LJ, and telling yourself, like watching the old Jurassic World movies, saying like in the future there will be Lego Jurassic Park sets with dinosaur mechas in them. You know?
It's gonna have to be. It's just gonna be canon. That's the thing. Like, this TV show is apparently taking place before the first Jurassic World movie, so this has to be a situation where they make a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex mech to fight an actual T-Rex. What? Why?
So this is really weird to judge because it's a Jurassic. This is a licensed set, but it's like a robot dinosaur. Is that going to be like a thing in like a Jurassic World movie? There's just going to be a huge robot dinosaur at the end of the movie?
Not.
I don't know. I am
my gosh.
What?
To make matters worse, this was something that was just pointed out in the YouTube live chat by Noah, and he said if they rebuild the Jeep into that in the movie, I'll be upset. I didn't even realize it's the Jeep color scheme. Oh gosh. Oh no.
Oh. Yeah, it looked very yeah, it looked. I felt like I saw that colors, but I mean, I guess that's like the lore. It's like it's a transformer robot from the Jeep.
I hope not. I
don't know. Deepest lore.
Oh gosh. There's a way they could have fixed this set too, and I know exactly how. As far as my thoughts on it, the T-Rex is cool. I like the coloring on the T-Rex. The volcano is immensely lame. Personally, I don't like it. It's not very interesting. The boat is fine, and then the T-Rex mech is absolutely it's well constructed, but the concept itself is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm going to apologize to Dark Talk Nuva, who said that 15 minutes ago about the color scheme. I'm sorry. I did not see that. I also... Wait. Okay, yeah. No, wait. What? You said that 15 minutes ago when we weren't even talking about it. You don't know. I'm giving it back to Noah. But then I'll give it back to you because I feel a little guilty. Okay.
It's cool that there's a Lego robot dinosaur though, but it's really, I'm really confused about like what this series, if it's like part of, it can't be canon if it's like a mech, or I don't know if they, I don't know. It's weird what they're doing to Jurassic World
Yeah.
Park franchise. But yeah, I mean the battle looks kind of underwhelming. It looks very basic. It doesn't look like what we usually get, and the more detailed license set. But
Yeah.
I have a newfound like I don't know. I like the dinosaur more. That I know that it's at least in like the color scheme of the Jeep. That's kind of like a neat reference.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I have to. I guess this series has like it's like a dinosaur mech in it. I'll give it that much. That's for sure.
Yeah. So, I think it's interesting. That's the last of the Jurassic World stuff. I feel that there are one of two ways they could have gone about this. Okay. Now, Lego, I know I'm not exactly the best person to listen to when it comes to set design advice. Don't get me wrong. You guys are way better at this than I am. However, I have two solutions for you here. For this set, you could have put all the pieces that would have gone into the mech and put them in the volcano. And then you could have put in another dinosaur here. Now, what dinosaur is that? You might be asking yourself, if you're even taking me seriously at this point. Let's jump back to the baryonyx. We can fix the baryonyx, okay? Heck, you know what? You can even leave it as it is. You give it new legs, you leave the baryonyx alone. But I know you, Lego. I know what you're setting up for. I know why you made that new head mold. And it's clever. The reason you made that new head mold and the new dinosaur you can put in the T-Rex versus Dinomech battle and improve your volcano and have two super big, super cool dinosaurs. Spinosaurus. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. All you need to do is take the head of the baryonyx, you shove it on the T-Rex, or at least give it the baryonyx's body, give the baryonyx a spine, and recolor the whole darn thing, and you have a Spinosaurus. And it works out, too, because Spinosaurus and baryonyx are somewhat related, because they're both part of the Spinosaurid, I hope I'm saying that right, family. Like, they just split off, and the baryonyx goes into one category, and the Spinosaurus goes into another category, but they're slightly related. And that's why, Lego, that's why you made that new head mold, because it looks like it could be a Spinosaurus head mold. All you need to do is give him the spine, put it in the T-Rex versus Dinomech battle set, just make it T-Rex versus Spinosaurus, improve your volcano like a heck ton, make a super awesome and rad volcano, and boom. Instant buy from me. And by instant, I mean eventual buy from me. But guaranteed, at the very least. I'm semi-serious about this. I'm serious enough to suggest it, because this is the only thing that I take issue with this wave, is that we don't yet have a newly improved Lego Spinosaurus. But I'm not serious enough in the sense that I know it wouldn't happen like that. They wouldn't just put two giant dinosaurs in one set and call it a day, because that kicked the price up a substantial degree. So, what do you think, X?
Like I said, I'm really torn. It's cool that they have a dinosaur, but I mean they could have taken away the robot dinosaur and the other and then just made two brick-built dinosaurs as well. You know,
that's also fair.
But then it would just be completely different set. I don't know the source material that well. It's cool that we get like dinosaur mech though. I'll give it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. All right, that's enough for Jurassic World. We'll try and go through this quickly, unless X. I'll ask you. I'll divert to you here. Lego announced one new original theme at BrickfEEd. That is actually something that we'll kind of discuss briefly toward the end here. But they announced one new original theme and had one new sets for one new original theme at Toyfair, rather. and that is a new theme called Hidden Side. There are roughly 8 sets to go over, and we have preliminary box imagery for them. Do you want to go over that now, or give it its own video to kind of dedicate its own episode of BrickfEEd to dedicate things to, and then just for the moment talk about LEGO ideas and wrap up? Because we're already a little over an hour.
Huh. Putting me on the spot there, don't you?
I'm sorry. Because I know you really wanted to talk about this one, and there's just a lot to discuss about it. It could.
There
have
is
its
a lot
very
to
own.
discuss, and I do feel like there's others people needed as well to discuss this in its entirety. I don't feel like I can carry all of the weight of presenting this theme on my own here. So it's probably better to push that to some other time.
Okay, so we will go ahead and divert Hidden Side for now. Our apologies for this. We'll probably do it this week, I would hope. But there's just too much here. We don't want to do it a disservice by not giving it the full amount of discussion that it could get. But just know it's a really, really cool theme. There's just a slew of potential with it, and it's a really fantastic concept that we'll talk more later. Okay, now we've kind of been putting this off because a lot of it's last minute. But LEGO Ideas, that's it for Toyfair for today. But LEGO Ideas had a couple of things happen this week. First of all, we do in fact have a new set. The new set is out, or it's been officially revealed fully. It is set number 21316, the Flintstones. Now, this set was one of the last batch. We now know what it fully looks like. It contains approximately 748 pieces, and it's going to retail for about $60, and it will be available to VIPs starting February 20th, 2019. So, as time of this recording, about 2 days. What do you think about this, X? You might have more thoughts on this than I would.
I mean, I thought you'd be, because it's Flintstones is
I mean, I wasn't really big on the Flintstones. I didn't grow up with it.
I don't know if it was translated to Norwegian. I don't remember watching it. It might have been, and I might have missed it. But for the people that really like Flintstones, probably really cool to have it in a set. But like I've expressed how I feel about licensed sets as like the Lego's ideas in the past. So you know. But yeah, it's a set of the Flintstones. So if you like the Flintstones, you'll probably like this set.
Yeah, I can't help but echo what he's saying. It's that's the thing. It's like,
unfortunately,
I don't really have a whole lot to add. It's a very good representation of the Flintstones. If you're a fan of the Flintstones, you will not be displeased by this. It's really, really accurate to the theme. And it encapsulates basically everything outside of the dinosaur. Like, the Flintstones have a pet dinosaur, I believe, and that's not here. But all the characters are here. You're getting Emmett's hairpiece recolored twice, so that's cool.
Yeah, a lot of dinosaur theme today.
Yeah. Sorry if you're a little disappointed in our thoughts. It's not really our repertoire. So,
but it's still cool to feature.
It is. It is very cool.
Yeah.
Now.
But yeah, there you go.
Let's get into the big thing today. Today, conveniently, February 18th, we finally found out what the next 2 LEGO Ideas sets will be. So we had 10 submissions. We had SpaceX Falcon Heavy. We had the International Space Station. We had SpaceX The Ultimate Collection. You're seeing a theme here, right? Steamboat Willie, which is a very, 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 very early Disney animation. M&M's Chocolate Candy Dispenser. Rolls-Royce Ultrafan The Ultimate Jet Engine. a car. 205 Turbo 16 Lego Speed Champions. It is a car going over a hill. Fiat 500F, and the Central Perk Coffee of Friends, and finally Mexico City and Lego equal heart emoji. Those are our 10 submissions. Those were under review, and we finally got the answer as to which one is going forward. Now, X, out of all of these, which one did you think would probably go through? Which one did you feel would likely be the next one?
So I hope it's not the emoji.
It's not the emoji.
It's not the emoji. It's just I haven't looked at the set though. I will say that.
Fair
I
enough.
don't I just heard emoji. Is there like a huge set that's like actually just a big emoji?
No. It's not an emoji at all. Mexico City. I made a little bit of a joke there when I said it was a heart emoji. It's this. What it actually is supposed to be is Mexico City and Lego equal love. And it's basically a Mexico City skyline.
Oh.
So
I don't know for sure. Like, do we don't.
we know exactly which ones went through. I would have expected the International Space Station to have been selected. That's what I was anticipating, because that seems right up Lego's alley. That's not what happened. For starters, 2 of them went through. The first one was Steamboat Willie. That one is going to become a Lego set. Now, that's not too terribly surprising because it's a Disney thing. Fair enough. It's going to be a black, white, and gray set with black, white, and gray Mickey, presumably. However, the other set that was passed through is immensely perplexing. It was the Central Perk Coffee of Friends. So again, to reiterate, Steamboat Willie, there's a picture of that there, and Friends. Wolk asks, do we know which sets are in the third review? We do. So, let's talk about this. First, X, what are your thoughts on what we have here? Okay. All right.
What was the one that was not Steamboat Willie?
It is Central Perk Coffee of Friends, and that is that's the really perplexing one. So let's
okay.
let's talk about that one first. This perplexes me for a variety of reasons, because it's not just a coffee shop. Excuse me. There is a show, for any of you youngsters that are unaware, a show called Friends.
I think everyone has seen Friends, though. Isn't that like
Presumably. It's a very popular sitcom.
Yeah, you should. Doesn't everyone like wake up and they just have Friends playing in the background already? And it's like a ritual for everyone to just have seen Friends.
Yeah, presumably.
I don't know.
For again, anyway, okay, yeah, we have people listening who have not seen it, and there we go.
Okay.
There we go. That's 3 people. One of which is our very own host, Haley. Yeah, so Friends has not aired for almost 13 years, I want to say. It hasn't aired since, 2006? I think? It's been out of circulation for a while. In addition to the fact...
But it's on Netflix.
Yes,
so
it
it's
is
constantly on circulation as well. But yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, that is fair. Friends, I don't understand a couple of things. First of all, why this? It's another license you have to acquire. You have to acquire it from whoever holds the rights to not Netflix, to Friends. Then, presumably, you also have to somehow get the rights from all the actors for the characters being portrayed here, unless that just comes as a part of the Friends package. Then, it's not a child-friendly show. It's not for a younger target demographic. It's an older target demographic. And finally, and to me most importantly, whatever happened to Lego Friends? You know? This feels like it'd be a little conflicting, because now you have Lego Friends, the original Lego theme, and Friends, the not original Lego theme that is of the popular sitcom Friends. I don't... would that not confuse people? I mean, I would assume not, but at the same time, it's like, why would you do this? A lot of people in the patron chat are saying, but they already did this with Big Bang Theory. Yeah, I question that too. I thought that was kind of silly. I don't know why they made a Lego set of Big Bang Theory. That just seems totally opposite of anything Lego would do. I question it. I don't think it was a wise choice. It was a good set. I just don't think it was very smart, which is ironic given the show. For anyone unaware, Big Bang Theory is a show about a bunch of nerds and geeks, and it's a sitcom, and they have antics. I've never watched it. I don't know why anyone does. I've never heard anything good about it, but apparently it's the most popular sitcom, period. Whatever.
So I think a lot of people watched it. I
Yeah.
think a lot of people on Big Bang Theory.
Yeah. I won't deny a lot of people did.
But
I just
yeah.
don't know why.
All right, but yeah, this is another licensed theme with a bunch of I don't know.
Yeah, they're
It's
both licensed.
Yeah, I mean, this just feels like what Lego Ideas has become at this point, I guess. People just like having at least it's like a license that they don't already have, I guess. So people that really wanted this license, they get that. But like you said, it's kind of doesn't make that much sense for Lego to make this, I feel. But it got the vote. Yeah.
I don't know who they're aiming this at. I don't know why they're making it.
Well, people like Friends.
I
think.
I know, but it feels so weird. I mean, I'm not gonna protest it too much, but I know why it got the vote. Like, obviously, Friends is popular, and that's why Big Bang Theory got the vote, because it's popular. My thing is why Lego then went, yeah, let's do that. Let's skip the International Space Station for Friends and Steamboat Willie. I don't know. I'm sure people will enjoy these sets. It's just, to me, this doesn't seem very... I mean, I don't like this idea, personally. I don't like these ideas. I feel like we could have lived without them. So... yeah.
I'm not. I don't know. Like I said, it feels it's a Big Bang Theory set, but
Yeah.
with Friends. But for people like Friends, they probably really enjoy it. But still, yeah. I mean, it's.
I don't know.
There you go.
I questioned Big Bang Theory, and I question this. So, this has brought up the conversation. Why in the ever-loving Cheetos did Steamboat Willie get approved? Because there's been most people have understood it to be, when you submit something, you cannot submit a pre-existing Lego property, or at least something that Lego is already working on. And the answer is kind of. So they have a few rules and guidelines regarding acceptable content, as in what they will allow you to submit to be a potential set. And some of these are fairly straightforward. Keep your idea's contents appropriate. Product ideas related to the topics below do not fit our brand values and will not be approved for publication on LEGO Ideas. Politics, political symbols, religious references, so on and so forth. Swearing, profanity, death, killing, blood, terrorism, horror, torture, first-person shooter video games. Whoops. A whole bunch of stuff. It's like 10 points, and it's just all bad things. Don't allow the bad things. Fair enough. You've already broken several of these with LEGO friends. At the very least, alcohol. Whatever. The other rules are iconic elements of inappropriate third-party properties or IPs are not allowed. So if you have some icon that goes against all the above things, or the icon that is of the above things, you can't have them either. Your models may only use existing LEGO pieces. We don't allow for new parts, which is not a surprise. That's one of the general things you'll notice. LEGO Idea sets don't have new pieces. They'll have recolors, but no new ones. No minifigure-only ideas, so on and so forth. Basically, the point I'm getting to is this one. Please only suggest new ideas. No ideas to bring back old LEGO sets. Don't submit product ideas requesting we re-release or bring back discontinued LEGO products or themes that in their original form, and don't submit product ideas that are modifications, improvements, or expansions. If you're submitting a product idea based on a discontinued LEGO theme or brand, for example, Blacktron or Octan, it must be your own new creative work. Nothing in the guidelines say that you cannot submit any product based on a theme that they're already running or have run. It's just saying don't ask for stuff to come back. Just make something good that we might want to build and we'll look into it. So essentially, what I gather from this is, let's say hypothetically, I want them to build my creation in Minecraft, and my creation is just so awesome. I make it a LEGO build, and I put on ideas. It gets 10,000 supporters. And LEGO's like, all right, well, we're just going to add this to not only the LEGO Ideas portfolio, but the LEGO Minecraft portfolio as well. And it becomes a set. This kind of opens things up a little bit as far as potential is concerned. I know that our audience would potentially see this as a possibility to make Bionicle sets. Not a bring Bionicle back, but hey, this is a system build based off of Bionicle. I hope you think this is cool, LEGO. Can we get 10,000 upvotes? Can we get LEGO to consider it? Noah in the YouTube chat is saying that there is a list of themes that you cannot do. I couldn't find it. That's why this is so perplexing. I couldn't find anything that said, don't suggest themes we already make. So, and we've seen Star Wars sets go through submission before. It's just, I don't remember where that is. So, yeah, that's kind of the scoop. There was a little question as to whether or not there was that guideline that says you cannot put things in that were old, that are pre-existing LEGO themes, but that Steamboat Willie may have subverted that by being earlier, being before that, and looking through that. It was submitted at least prior to August 11th, 2016, at the very least, and I don't know if that guideline went into effect at any time. So if anyone has the guideline, go for it, let me know, but yeah. So, what do you think, X?
About Steamboat Willie?
Yeah. What do you think about that?
It's another thing within Disney, and kind of grown accustomed to this at this point. But I don't know. It's a bit, like I said, I guess that's just what LEGO Ideas is now. Is a more licensed set. But Steamboat Willie, even in that sense, is a bit of a letdown because it's kind of a theme we're already familiar with, but then again, at least it's something you haven't seen before within Disney that they just haven't made yet. I guess I don't know for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, the entire thing. It's just yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dark Tech Nova posted Wikipedia has this, which, I mean, I'd like to hear it from the website, but this will do. Originally, project submissions were allowed to be about anything and had no limits on the size and style of project. After sets began to be rejected, with stated reasons, LEGO Ideas announced restrictions on content, including the use of no new parts molds. This is not well written. Banning intellectual properties owned by competing toy companies and adult content. LEGO Ideas further restricted project submissions in June 2016. by limiting the size of the project, any project replicating a life-sized weapon, and any project based on an intellectual property already produced as a set by LEGO Ideas Cuusoo. LEGO Ideas further restricted submissions in 2017 by disallowing any projects based on third-party licenses already being produced by LEGO, such as Star Wars and Harry Potter. So yes, okay, fair enough. That is the guideline. Fair enough. Yeah, this one just, it made it through by the skin of its teeth in that case, because it was posted before those rules went into effect. At the very least, the later one. It was because it was posted in 2016, not 2017. So, fair enough. Still a little perplexing. I could not find that rule anywhere on LEGO Ideas, so it's not very clear. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, I mean, there's an article for it, but... Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, there it is. Wolk, where did you find that? Guidelines, LEGO Ideas, guidelines. Okay. And where would that be under? Which branch? What is a product idea? Fair enough, that wasn't where I was looking. So, okay, so it is listed. So there we go. So that explains it. Still a little bit disappointing. I won't be getting either of these, and I won't be getting them as gifts for anyone. Which is primarily what I use ideas for. They're really good gifts. So, more licenses. Hope you're excited, X. Do you have anything else to say on the matter, X? Or
Well, I think we're good on talking about. There's been a lot of licenses today. You know?
Yeah, that was kind of a point that Mesa would have made if he were here. Is that Toyfair was a little controversial. I won't speak for him, but it was a little controversial recently because, keep in mind, all of the new items that have been announced in this last week, of all of them, we have only had one original LEGO theme. Only new sets for one of the original LEGO themes that they're making, and nothing else. Everything else has been licensed, even ideas, and it's been a little bit controversial. And I think we're going to talk about that next time, hopefully when Meso is around, because it's interesting. So. Alright. X, I know it's late for you. Do you want to go ahead and wrap things up?
Yeah, I think there was a cool set. I think there was a lot to go through. I'm just noticing that I'm incredibly tired at this point. So
yeah, I get you. We've been going a little.
I am a bit exhausted, so I'm a bit kind of hanging in here at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But,
I get you.
It's been a lot of sets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it definitely has been. But hey, we kept it under 3 hours. We kept it under 2 hours.
Yeah.
But next time we will discuss A, the reception to Toyfair, and B, more importantly, the next big original theme, Other Side. So we'll devote a lot of time to that. So, all right, well, that about covers it. Hopefully you all had fun and enjoyed the episode today.
Hope y'all had fun with the double E cast.
Yeah,
only will ever happen.
We'll have to do another
or maybe
release,
not.
But...
We'll have to figure out like intro and stuff. Those need a little bit to work on, I guess, if we were gonna do the double E show.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'd like to do another one of these, but earlier, so that way you don't get tired and we can be high energy.
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
Yeah. But in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and take off. Thank you all so very much for listening and watching. Hopefully you had a good time. If you have any other questions or comments or thoughts of your own, go ahead and post them in the comments below. We have Twitter. That's a thing. We have Patreon, which if you are kind enough, you can head on over no, wait, I'm not saying that the people who don't aren't kind. I'm just saying that if you feel that you would like to support us, there is Patreon to do that, and you get access to the TTV Patreon chat. We do a bunch of fun things here, game nights, early video showings, and maybe a couple other things that are coming up that the patrons have been told about but don't know the specifics of yet. A bunch of fun. And of course, we do occasionally have shirts up for sale, so hopefully some links to those will be in the description below. And that about covers anything, and I'll get the music playing. Don't worry. Please don't be loud. It's ish. There we go. All right, well, thank you all so very much.
Thank you all for watching.
Hopefully you had fun. X, take us out of here.
We are on the way out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Talk to y'all later. It's been your boys.
I'm LJ.
I'm Exx.
We'll see you all another time. I'm sorry if the music is loud. It's very difficult to gauge. We might need a new outro.